Hello and welcome back to me playing Oxygen Not Included in hard mode. Dupes eating twice the amount of calories. You don't do well with radiation. And they get stressed out easily. So I'm going to clean up these rockets because I now have a fleet of Red Bull rockets. So start the disassembling process of these rockets. This one over here. Will go. I will really no longer need this either. That's a bunch of carbon dioxide. I'll keep it there for the meantime, but let's get the rocket started here first. After that, I've got a couple different options. So this area here, this is my nuclear power plant. It's currently deactivated because it ran out of material. But I currently don't need red bolts anyway, so there's no real point putting it on. So one of the things I do want to do is bring this base up a little bit and put an entry area for this red bolts so that I can have them sent to this area so I can do some more advanced research. The other bit is I want to send a dupe on a one-way mission. Well, not one-way forever, but like one-way for a while, to Obsidio. I don't have teleportation to this asteroid because I'm on hard mode and chose that as one of the things. So I have to figure out a way to get a dupe to be able to land here and set up a bit of a base. And they're going to have to find their way around this hot magma. Alright, so there's the plans. The other bit is I've got a dupe over here that's been throwing all kinds of material inside this little rocket in this one little zone. And I figure it's just about time to send them back to the home world. So when I destroyed one of my rockets, I got a black hole to figure out what to do. So that's my third black hole that I've gone through trying to get rid of these rockets. I have a thought, and I'm thinking maybe it's the fact that they're destroying a rocket when there's dupes in there. So I'm going to crew it with no one in there, meaning that no one should be in there. Then I will distract it, and I will do the same thing over on this one. Say the crew is no one. Now you can destruct it. We'll see how this goes. This is looking promising. Can we get rid of this rocket too? We can. Oh, okay, good. Alright, so that allows me to retire those rockets. I'm still going to keep a platform here because there's the dupe from the other world that needs to arrive. But I can get rid of everything but that platform. Actually, maybe I'll even raise. You know, I'll keep this platform here. I'll get rid of this one. So I want to bring up the base. Last episode, I dropped a rover at this location, and to be honest, there wasn't a lot of point. What I should have done is waited to drop off material here. Let's say some refined metal, so I could make a platform, or at least provide the material for a platform so a dupe could land and put in that. But I do have a ladder here. This is going to be important for a rocket that eventually does land. Extend that just a little bit. And they're able to explore every corner of this. So that's something. So really just want to concentrate, as I mentioned before, on Obsidio. So I'll wait for that other rocket to get back. Maybe I'll load that up with some material that I can deploy a dupe to that world. Colony achievement earned. What could it be? It is the moral high ground. Have duplicates in one rocket survive in space for 10 cycles with a morale of 25 or higher, so obviously I did a good job. Didn't really plan that, just sort of happened. But that'd be thanks to this dupe, Explorer, who, look, oh yeah. So this was actually a perfect dupe for this mission, because one of their traits is they love being up in space. Whoa, hold on now. First of all, age 571 cycles, they've been around a while. They are starry-eyed. Duplicate loves being in space. So let's just have a quick look at their morale. Not minor. Explorer. Quite high. It was the core is giving them 12. Starry-eyed's giving them 10. Mess Hall is giving them 3. And duplicate, just being a duplicate is one, and a 2 shift break. Terrible meal. They're not getting the barbecue on that meal. But that's awesome. But I just noticed that the dupe's having trouble breathing. And that might just be, maybe we want to get rid of this tile here. We can push some of this oxygen down. I'm sure that'll decor value be high enough. So I don't know if it's the fact we're in grams, and we might just need to also get rid of the carbon dioxide as well, and I have the ability to do that. All the piping's in place. Only question is, do I have enough metal on this asteroid to actually build? I do. Okay, good. So charge the battery, get rid of this thing here for now. Where is this dupe actually? Are they... Oh, they're... Well, they're actually... It's kind of nice that I kind of forgot to put them just briefly, because I was able to get to that achievement. But yeah, we can now send them down. I want to choose what platform. So let me go to this and figure out what platform that is. That's going to be platform 318. Let's go up here, tell this rocket, go down platform... Excuse me. Whoa. Maybe I can't. Alright, if that's... Hopefully, it's going to be the one that launched. And I would think that it would. Yeah, there it is. That's good. Actually, it can't be that one, because that one's too high. I built this one for the carbon dioxide one. Got rid of the ones down here. And because this is too short, though, the rocket... Well, yeah, actually, maybe. So that's actually... perfect. What we want to do now is get rid of that. I still want that carbon dioxide skimmer built on here. So let's build that, get rid of that carbon dioxide that's built up. Let's put... I don't think it's necessary, but let's put a ladder there just in case. Now, I want to put a few things... So I want to put 2 things on this rock, and I can't do that with the cartographic module. I want to get over here. I'm interested eventually knowing what some of these things are, but really this has piqued my curiosity more than anything else. So I'm actually going to get rid of this. And then when one of the dupes gets rid of this, working on that right now, just should take a second. Okay. I then want to put in some material, so I want to put in one of these. Now, I don't know if I can put in 2 of those, plus the double scrolling. Yeah, Trailblazer. As long as I can do this out of both. Make this out of lead. Yeah, here we are. Because I'm thinking about this. I'm going to get a dupe to land. And when they land on this asteroid up Sibio, they need to build a ladder to get to the top of this thing. Well, they don't have the ability to dig anything until they get down to here obsidian. That's not going to work. So they need some basic material, granite, igneous rock, or something like that. They also need something to build a rocket platform, so the dupe that's flying, actually this is going to be a 2-person trip, that being the case. I'm going to change this to 2 ladder beds. How did that fix the oxygen? Okay, yeah, we're doing much better oxygen on that rocket. Okay, we'll wait for these 2 things. Let's have a look at this construction project. This has been going very well. Let's just close off this zone. So now I've got this zone that is will be unaccessible. I'll get rid of this door, and this will become part of the base instead of part of outer space. Though once that happens, it's a high priority task to get that built. Might even just temporarily. I'm gonna have to knock out some of these, and it's gonna be... I'm gonna lose a little bit of my gas, but I'll do it as a high priority task. Anyway, let's wait for these things to be built, and then I'll choose the dupes to go on. Okay, so this plan has its drawbacks, but I'm going to get rid of some of these tiles piece by piece. When that happens, I'm going to be exposing my base to space in a few cases. I'm just going to aim to do this really quickly so that we don't have too much loss of oxygen pressure in our base. So that one didn't matter. That one certainly does, and so does that one. So I'm going to pause it. Do these at high priority and open up everything else and just essentially repeat this process to hopefully minimize the amount of gas loss. So what do I want to take with me? I want to have some refined metal that can be lead. To have a look at this. Lead, let's put in 1200. And the other one, just basic material like igneous rock. Let's put in two tons of that. You can see this is ready to go. I would like a lot of food to be stored in here because the dupes are going to be here for a while. I'll also want, we can get rid of this. Possibly, I don't know if I can put it, if it makes sense to put it on the rocket or not, but the ability to produce, well, I've got the ability to produce oxygen, but I might want to actually have one of these atmosuits checkpoints right here. And a pump to do that, essentially allowing the dupes to go out. Or maybe even these big hunky machines, but we'll see. I'll get to that. I'll load this up with some various materials. I'll do that first. This isn't just a simple mission of exploring and coming back home. This is actually, we're going to land, so we've got lots of stuff to put on this rocket. So I'll want some glass, plastic, and the list goes on. So I'll get that packed up, and I'll show you what I've decided to put inside this rocket for this mission to send a dupe to Upsibio. So I was mentioning earlier that my lettuce was getting trouble getting cold. Some of it's being dumped off in a refrigerated state instead of a frozen state. Temperature is going down from where it was, from 30 or so degrees to -3 as it is now, and it's continuing to drop because it's on this really cold tile. But then I thought to myself, I could either make this bigger. I've changed it to aluminum to increase the thermal transfer, but if I make this even colder than it is, it's -51 right now. If I make it even colder, and ethanol can get really cold, I think it's -110 or something, so let's aim to do that. Let's put this at -90. And that means this aqua tuner is going to be running for a little bit. It shouldn't take too long. I'll get the temperature of all this to be down to -90, and then we'll see what happens when lettuce goes through. Lots and lots of pips around. Let's check, see if I've got any of these spots. So trees, 88% grown. Not quite ready yet for pips, but they'll be ready very soon. Getting rid of this transit tube. It served me well building my nuclear power plant. But now that it exists, I can deploy this plastic in other places. So build this tile here before I destroy all this so it falls down in a place that's not as difficult for my dupes to have access to. Here are the dupes. They can't go any further in this, but all this plastic is not actually... It's kind of interesting. I didn't realize the game did that. Basically, I assume that if you destroyed something here, it's going to fall directly down, but it actually kind of has this random thing, and some of it pieces are over here, and some of it went on the other side. So it's not really an issue, but in this case, I do need a ladder. There's another piece, one flying. But I love the detail that they put in this game. The fact it does stuff like this. rather than just the simple path, and you just can't predict everything. It's, anyway. So yeah, that's given me plastic back that I can put, because I'm thinking of upgrading some rooms soon. I have not done that quite a while. I want to have better washrooms. I want to have bedrooms. And a great hall that's connected to this food area, so I'll have to remove this area. So a lot of remodeling could be happening soon. I don't know if that's going to happen this episode, but soon anyway. So I chose my team for this mission. It's going to be Scientist and Explorer. So Explorer already is the pilot. Scientist is going to be landing in the Trailblazer module. Let's have a look just before we take off. I have 183,000 calories of food. More is on the way. Aiming for about 200,000 before we take off. I've got lots of algae. All kinds of different building material. Refined metals. Let's see. I've got mealwood. Dirt, of course, to grow some stuff in the mealwood. No, though I may not even need to do that because I've got so much lettuce anyways. Didn't pack excessive amount of water in this rocket, but I've got glass, plastic, steel, so stuff that's going to be difficult to produce once I get over there. I've got some metal ore. I've got algae, of course, that's for oxygen. Granite, that's just for building stuff on the way. A little bit lead material. So yeah, lots of stuff ready to go. I see now we are over 200,000 calories of food. So now we can go. Let's crew this thing. Let's choose the location. This is going to be the edge of... Oh, I did not fill this rocket. I forgot about that. I guess we are not going anywheres. Cancel the mission for now. Let's activate this guy over here. That shouldn't take too long. Let's see how long this takes. Once my dupes put in some rich uranium. Just watching this fill up. I'm going to take off, wait for it to fully load when it's taking off. I've got 4 Red Bolt generators running. Steam turbines are starting to come online. But I thought I would take this time to do a bit of an experiment. So I'm going to make some mesh tiles right here. This may go horribly, so hold on. Let's do a backup save. So my thought is this. I've got all this warm water, really hot water. I don't care if it gets a little bit warmer, as long as it doesn't turn to steam. And it would take a lot of energy for it to turn to steam. So why don't we put a polymer press right here? Okay. And I don't know if this is true, but this is the whole experiment. This may go horribly wrong. That's completely fine. I've got this mesh tile. This mesh tile is going to have water underneath it. I'm wondering if the machinery will interact with the water that's underneath it, temperature-wise. That's the case. That would be really cool. So carbon dioxide, let's just put a simple pump or pipe, yeah, a gas pipe up here. Let it vent. Easy. The oil refinery. Maybe it's, I have a petroleum line already. Oh, let's just tap into it. I'm actually curious about, okay, this is a one, it's not providing, it's just kind of sitting there from before. That's okay. Let's just, it's an experiment, right? I might very much back away from this. But this was a comment AJ had mentioned, talking about the airflow tile and the mesh tile and how it interacts with its environment. Now they didn't say to do this. This was just my thought. So we'll see if this is a terrible thing to do in this particular case. And yes, this needs some power, and I'll be back when the construction for this is done, and this is either going to go up in a pile of flames, as in this machine is going to overheat, because it's not actually interacting with this, because it is in space. Well, no, it's in carbon dioxide. Where did that come from? Very, thin carbon dioxide. Oh, I was doing some digging, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, that is 14.6. That's gonna go down to a vacuum in time. Probably pretty warm carbon dioxide, though. So our rocket is ready to go. We can turn the red bolt generators off. For the meantime, I can stop getting the dupe, stop providing input to that. Very curious about this pipes. Oh, that's just that. I'm thinking at this point, if this go, I'll be carefully watching this. I made it out of steel. It's not going to overheat. If the temperature keeps going up and up out of control and not interacting with this, I'll just destroy it. I don't have to rewind. I think that's a waste. I was going to hold off the launch until I found out whether that was okay or not, but because I didn't want to have to relaunch. But let's go. Have a quick look inside this rocket. Now, I did want to do one thing. Let's screw it. So that's scientist and explorer going onto this rocket with all the resources. It now has lots of red bolts and engine, so it can go to where I want to go, which is the edge of this asteroid. And when the dupes get in there, maybe they're already there now. No, let's just wait around. I want them to take the suits off because I want them to have an extra set of these lead suits. So I'll get you to take off yours. No, not your clothing. Your lead suit. You can put your snazzy suit back on there. Sorry. That was explorer, right? No, that's okay. This is chaos. Take your lead suit off and the snazzy suit. Put that on. Where's scientists? They're gonna show up here soon. Oh, they're scientists. Okay, so I'm gonna get them to take off the lead suit. Now I'm gonna say, actually, you know what? Cancel. That was fun and all. That was just a test drill, dupes. I want them to go behind scientist. Why? Sure, whatever. Just get behind this line, please. Resources are. So you can see two of the docking stations are now missing. I can tell the other dupes. You can wait. Oh no, hold on. I don't want to do that because they might take it from the rocket. That's not good. Let's hold off. Let's hold off on that. Now I will tell the dupes to crew itself again. So they're going to pick up additional suits full of oxygen. That's one of them. The other one's on the way. Good. Alright, so now I have 4 of those suits. I don't want them to wear it on hold on the way. So take it off now. Just waiting for scientists to get on board. Scientists, and there you are. Okay, so you're going to take your lead suit off. So now I have 4 lead suits on in the rocket, but dupes aren't wearing it. 200,000 calories of food. We are good to go, I feel. Let's begin the launch sequence. Just taking a note of the temperature clearance underneath. It looks like 4 or 5 tiles briefly. And that rocket will be there in 4 cycles. In the meantime, so we can look to see what's going on with my experiment. So it's producing stuff. Okay, excellent. That launch is fine. Let's see the polymer press itself. 38, 39, 40. No, it does not appear to be at all interacting with the liquid that's down here. Let's disable it. Disable Can you? Oh no, that's the gas pipe. That's why. Let's disable that thing. And maybe before I just abandon this mission, I'll try a couple different ideas. First of which, let's put in aluminum metal tile floor. Let's see what that will do. While that's going on, let's check on this dupe that I've just been letting. They've been throwing some sand amongst some other material here. And working away, it seems every time I go looking for them that they're in the opposite corner. But anyway, I've been really pushing the amount of material. I'll be getting them to load in that rocket. So I think we'll go just a little bit more. I think I want them to load this iron and a little bit of lead that I found over here. And maybe I'll tell them to prioritize on that, ignore some of the other stuff because there's just so much I've asked for. So I now have aluminum tiling underneath. And I see a splash of water. I don't know if it's because it's the water or it's the aluminum. Well, let's watch the temperature of the water actually. Here. Press, wire, liquid pipe, water. It's not really changing. I don't think it's water then, because if I see the temperature of this, it's dropping pretty quickly. I'm on slow speed right now. And the only question I have, if I were to enable it, where is it going to go? Is it going to maintain? Or will it keep going up? So I'll try that out. If that doesn't work, I'll try putting some water on it. I won't have to make sure that it doesn't flood the system. I'll just preemptively assume that maybe it's going to be necessary. Tile right here. Okay, so this thing's already. Let's have a look. Temperature is going down right now, even though the machine, hold on, it's slow down, but it's still going down. 77, 71, oh, it's going, can't quite decide. I just had the thought, is that carbon dioxide to do with this? Let's aim to, I'm not sure if it is or not, but let's aim to raise that. Oh, I was like, where's this water coming from? The water's coming from the polymer press itself. I forget that produces water. So I'm going to end up with water there. It might ultimately flood, but it does, I think it produces water so slowly. It may be a very long time before that happens. 81 though, 82. So now we're going back up. Let me just let it run for several cycles and I'll come back to it. Just realized one thing with this experiment is the temperature around here is 94, 91 degrees where you are. The temperature of the polymer press is 80 something, so I would have 87 right now, so I expect the temperature actually would go up. So, and that's not necessarily because of the machinery, that could be the actual temperature of the water pushing the machine up itself. Let's see, can I now get rid of that? Let's get rid of that. So I expect it to get to 90, and hopefully it'll stay there or very slowly heat up this whole area. If that's the case, I don't need to put this in a steam turbine, because this water, I don't really care if it's 94 or 96, as long as it doesn't turn to steam at 90, 100, 99 or 100, then, you know, this could be the perfect solution for producing polymer press on this particular base. So I'm putting my money into it that this system might actually work pretty good, and I'm going to actually build the not metal refinery, I want the oil refinery to be put in right here. That's going to take in crude oil. Now, that crude oil is really warm, coming from this asteroid over here. Currently it's being sent right through the base. It would be nice. And I've built this channel, or this column down here, that is, right now it's got a tiny bit of carbon dioxide, but it's going to come back to vacuum once again. I might as well use that to transport really hot liquids. So I've got a line for hot water going up. I was using that for the nuclear power plant. Don't need that anymore because that's self-sufficient. So I'll keep that in case I want to have a regular water line. But let's put in another line going down. This is going to be for crude oil. This line, actually, hold on, no. The line that, this petroleum line is actually being emptied. Let's just let it be empty. And this is going to be my new crude oil line. So I'm going to have this, if I have it go through space, I don't have to have it insulated. So I'll have to go through like this. All the way down. And I'll hold off on connecting, but I'll put it right there. Let's snap that pipe. Let's put in one of these guys there so the tubes can still get in. Some suits. And then I'll construct this. Essentially, the idea is I'm going to have crude oil going down here. It's going to be turning to petroleum, sent back out. And I'm noticing steam. Ha! Ha! Alright, let's, that may be the issue then. Hold on. Okay. That makes sense. So if this were to turn to steam, even if just this little area, not overall, liquid, that's still kind of a problem. Let's not abandon this just yet. Let's disable this. And let's speed up that process. And what if, just one final experiment before I give up, what if I had piping go through here? Now I've got to maybe redirect this, that's okay, or, whoa. What if I had some radiant pipe go and visit this water with that and just interact with the temperature down here? I'll set that up and I'll see what happens. I'll be back. It is 10 seconds until we arrive in the atmosphere of Obsidio. So the dupes are all push over. First thing I'm going to do is deploy material. 1 payload, 2 payloads. Okay, and now we do a backup save. Let's call this down landing. Oh, without a G because that's too long. That's fine. Upside down landing. I guess it kind of is in two senses. One, that is the flip side world, which has the hot area on top of itself, on top of the world. It's oh yeah, that's right. It's metal poor asteroid as well. But I normally approach it from the bottom up, as in I teleport to it and build a platform there and actually build a rocket to take off. Well, I don't have teleportation ability, so that does not sound like a good idea. I'm going to send scientists down. Now, I don't want to send scientists if they're going to go to sleep soon. Is this going to be enough time? Well, I did a backup save, so it's not. If it's not, I guess I can go back and redo. But let's give this a try. Scientist. Oh, whoa. Let's go inside the rocket. Let's make sure you have a suit to put on that's full of oxygen. Lead suit, 38 kilograms, 37. Yeah, let's do sweep. No, not sweep. You can't put it on without the station. No! No! Is that right? You can sweep it. Oh, that's not like the Atmos suits. Nuts. Can I put one of those stations in here? They're big. They're really, really big. I brought material for it. I'll be right back. So I've tore my rocket apart while we're suspended here above this asteroid, which I don't want to land, send someone down without a suit on. Now, I was going to build them on these 4 tiles. I just don't know if they'll actually put on a suit since they can't actually go through this door when you're out in space. So let's now put in the actual stations. I'm really hoping this is going to work. One's going to go there. They're massive stations. That's been delayed. Let's speed things up. Put in another station right here. And we're going to leave 1 tile to tell scientists to stand on the other side before I deploy them. It's confusing. Everything looks like that. So let's get those 2. So Explorer's is sleeping right now. That's fine. I don't know if it needs power to just put a suit on that's already full of oxygen. I don't know if it needs to have. Well, there's no oxygen in the pipe. So let's deliver a suit. Hopefully they can do that even without. Well, we'll have power anyway. Technically, actually, there's no power in that circuit. So the suit is there. It's full of oxygen. I don't really care that it's not being filled with more oxygen. Scientists, if it's actually the morning for scientists now. That kind of indicates that this is not working. Let's disable that building. Hold on. Let's build a battery down here. And a manual generator. Maybe it's just a power. I'm hoping it's just a power issue. And we don't actually need to provide it with oxygen because there's already some oxygen in there. Let's see, we're having trouble breathing, so carbon dioxide is getting off. We've removed. Let's get the algae converted to oxygen again. That's kind of going to be important. Let's get rid of this. So note to self for future play, the lead suit cannot just be put on like that. Put in the oxygen diffuse. Oh, that's going to need some power. Let's do that. It might not be to the next cycle, scientist. Yeah, you're going back to sleep. That's fine. So you're going to charge some power, but I really like. Well, that shouldn't take too long. But really like you to build this because, oh my goodness, oxygen level is critical. Now take your breath. Build, build, build. This was the wrong priority. I should have. As soon as I destroyed the oxygen diffuser, I should have relocated that first. Alright. Let's put that in. Let's put some algae inside of it. Please, well, once it's built. If you wouldn't mind. Okay, so it's being constructed as power. Algae is going to be put in it. We're producing oxygen again. Sweet, sweet oxygen. Alright. It is the morning. I'll double check now. But it's the morning for scientists. So, finally, please work. Please work. Scientists, if you wouldn't... No. No. Why not? Why not? Do I really have to provide oxygen? Because... the suit I know has oxygen. Let's see if that's the case. Lead suit. And the content, yeah, it has oxygen, but the dupes won't walk through. Okay. One of your beds is going to disappear. And that's going to become a bomb. And that's a very risky move right now. So let's make those... Okay, so I just waited for oxygen levels to get get a little thicker. So I don't want this pump to put carbon dioxide into this machinery. Not going to filter it. Because we're on a small little rocket. If I get a little bit of damage, then I'll live with it. But let's watch this. Oxygen is making its way into this. Gotta be careful that levels doesn't get too low. It can keep up with the oxygen diffuser. Now where are you on your schedule? Now, will you technically, maybe I need a ladder there. What is it gonna take to convince you, scientists, to stand right here? Oh, here we are. Okay. Okay, obviously I have to do this in slow speed. The other thing is current status full fueled. Okay, so it's full. Take this step. We're on slow speed right now. Okay, stop. You're thinking about going back, and that's normally probably a good thing to do. Don't wear out this suit, but I finally have a mission for you. Save as. Now we're gonna do the upside down landing. And just in case something goes wrong, that's why I'm doing this backup save. Let's resume. Click on this. Select scientist that is wearing their lead suit. Check. Deploy. Okay. I want them to land right here. Scipio. Landing on Trailblazer. All ready. Okay. They're taking their time. They're there. That's fine. I'm just going to verify, first of all, that when they get out, that they have their suit on, because if they don't, that would not be good. Oh, wow. So, first of all, realized the camera wasn't on, but anyways, here's my plan. I built this extra ladder, so I'm going to send scientists up there. I think the fact that they kind of took a step back, the game considered the suit to be off. I'm hoping that's what will fix the issue. I just don't want to send them right now because it's too early to the point where they'd be tired. I want them to have a full day's rest. I even built them this little cot so they won't have the speed penalty when they get down. Since we're waiting for the next cycle for those for the upside landing to finally occur, thought I'd show what I've done over here. I haven't turned the system on yet, but I'm going to load in about 75 kilograms of water. That's just going to interact with the machinery. And I've got this line, water line, going through here. Got some radiant pipes, so hopefully this is going to keep this liquid that's sitting here from turning to steam. Are we at 63, 68, 70? Okay, that'll be enough. Let's turn that off. We can turn this on, and I'll be watching this to see if this can maintain its temperature and not produce steam. And if that's the case, then I'm probably out of petroleum. So I guess I'll have to make an oil refinery after all. Okay, scientists, please cooperate. So I'm now going to get you to stand right there on the ladder. Slow speed. Okay, now you're hanging out and you're thinking about your bed. Well, yeah, you're not going to your bed. We are deploying you to another save, upside down, land in, and hopefully, please, this will work. I'll get you to go down with your suit on, because I want radiation protection as well as the ability to breathe. It's going to go right there. We'll watch the landing, speed it up this time. Down comes scientist. Please, please, please. No! No! This worked with gas mask. Unless maybe this is something they changed in the game. That's quite possible. It works with gas mask. It works with Atmo suits. But not the lead suits. Okay, did not know that. Did not know that. This dude won't survive. There's just no way. First of all, what do I need to... Well, tell me what it does. It tells me what is what. I'll try. This is gonna go horribly, and then I'm just gonna have to reload, or have to send the rocket back. Because this is just not... So I've got, what, 400 kilograms of lead. Let's empty this one. We'll need another one. Are you lead? No, you are not. Are you lead? You are. No, the dude. I'll just speed this up because I know what's going to happen. They're going to run into rocks, dude. Yep. We all know it. Just in the really off chance that you're really good at holding your breath. Yeah, because because you still have to build the rocket platform. The game hasn't picked up that there's enough material yet for it. Blah blah blah. Really? That's not enough. 200. Wait. Where did the other one go? You opened one over here, right? Was that empty? Okay. Abandon this. So the dupes are going home. Decided not to reload. I'll just, I'll send them back. That is quite disappointing, though. I'll be honest. Or should I? I don't want to lose a little bit of progress. I think I'm just gonna reload actually. So I constructed these Atmo suits, and I'm gonna get the two dupes that are gonna be traveling to there to put them on, put them in the rocket. But I just have one last thought experiment I need to try before I go any further on this one. So here's my thinking, here's my hope. If scientist destroys this machinery, then maybe that the game's a little bit confused. Normally when I do this, I have an Atmo suit or a mask on the dupes. And I put them in this rocket, so there is no in and out. So please, please be it. Now, I'll give the game a couple seconds to get used to it. Okay, so scientist is in there, they're walking around. They've got the suit on. It could be something that the game has just decided to change to, and you can't do this anymore. Which is fine enough. But let's just do this final test. I didn't want to give up without at least seeing this much. I do find it weird when you select where to land. It doesn't show you the landing. I mean, I always want to see the landing. I don't want to go back. You're going out. Oh! Whoa! Okay. Now, they don't have their headpiece on, and that's normal with Atmo suits as well. But the game still considers them to have their suit on, so they're breathing oxygen via their suit. Okay. This is awesome. I just saved myself a bunch of work. Yeah, so we'll need some igneous rock. We're gonna need some... Okay, I did find it was strange. This one here, last time too, I opened it. It says to... Oh, igneous rock. Igneous rock. Lead. That's why I get confused. Alright, that's fine. So I've got this, I'm gonna have to build stairs out of igneous rock. Open this first. We've got time now because scientists can actually breathe while they're in space, and on top of that they have radiation protection. radiation here isn't as bad as on the asteroid. So they'll open some lead. They've got now the ability to build this. Is this lead? That is, okay. So we can now build a platform. We'll need a ladder to go up the side of that platform. So we'll need more of that. So this should be enough material for me to generate the platform. Yep, there we are. Rocket I wish I could get it right there. The lower I can get it, the less ladder I need to have up. Let's try putting it right there. I could give scientists the ability to dig, but I want to be very careful not to randomly dig in spots. That's fine. I think we'll have enough material, hopefully, to build a ladder. 1, 2. Now I'm going to space them out just to sort of minimize the use, but let's put the priority on the platform. That's the priority here, scientists. So you're going to provide even more lead. So we've got enough lead. This is excellent. So scientist is a decent builder and digger, so they're great to have on this particular mission. So I'm going to have my platform ready. And the moment I do, I can send the other two down. The rocket is a mess. If I look in that, I am providing oxygen, but they don't have a great area. I can change that now, but let's worry about that later. I can now land on this asteroid, and we'll go watch that landing happen. Scientists will work on the ladder, because that dupe won't be able to get off that rocket because there's no ladder system. Scientists finding that a bit warm, that makes sense. Even when this rocket lands, it produces a lot of heat. That made scientists a little toasty. It probably should have got you to go away. That's the other thing too, is I don't need these anymore. So instead of building ladders up, I can actually just destroy this stuff and have that fall down instead. I was hoping this thing could get it out and actually destroy this by standing on this platform. And looks like they cannot. The other thing is, if I say to destroy this, the game gets confused and this drops. It's like, destroy what? Oh, I can get up to the top anyway. Okay, so no, I didn't need you to deliver lead. You destroy that. There we are. We are on this asteroid. I thought I would have to go back and redo that. Let's open that. Empty this. So I've got to be mindful of a couple things. First of all, the other dupe doesn't have a lead suit they can put on. Found some. Oh yeah. Where's the granite from? That's from inside the rocket. I'll dig out an area here. Get a path going down. I'll be back when this is constructed. So awesome, but a little bit of an issue. The scientist, first of all, has run out of their suit ability, so they can take that off. That is going to give them radiation exposure, but I think it'll be alright because they're going to be ducking down this area. Maybe what I'll do, got some igneous rock, put that on top of their heads. Oops, 2 tiles worth. But another issue, so that's one thing. The other issue is I'm going to get down, and that's awesome, but I need to find a way in here without taking all this heat with me. And I need an airlock to do that. Okay, fair enough. What's the problem? Didn't bring any liquid. Nope, no liquid. Did not think. I thought briefly about water, and I thought, no, I can go without, because even if I had water, I would run an asteroid. Even if I had water, I could go into this area. I have to be very careful about not digging into this, clear that, get in here safely, do a stairway down, drop some water. But I do have a way of getting water here from the home world without a rocket. Let's change the location of where water's being sent to here. Continue to send material on the red generator, thank you. And I'll start to get, I don't need a lot, in fact I just need the tiniest amount of water. But yeah, so that'll happen. The dupes will continue digging down. It's going to be very tough work because this has to remain as a oh, it has to remain as a vacuum. They're going to breed carbon dioxide, and that's going to be very bad. Allow me a moment. So here's my new thinking. I'm going to put a suit in here, even though it may not be full of oxygen. Actually, I could add oxygen to it. Oh, that's not really the important bit. So I've got a suit in here. It's being filled up with oxygen slowly. Now I'll wait for the charge up. When it does, I'm going to get the dupes to put it on one at a time. So find a way how to get both of them on without having to build two of these docking stations, or am I just forced to? If I could put one of the dupes there, get them to stay there. Alright, let's just get this charged first. Current status filled. Oh yeah, and this thing is producing a little bit of non-oxygen. If I tell you to go here, let's slow things down. Scientist, you get ready. Now, let's deliver a suit. If I can keep Explorer busy. Are they picking up? I don't want you to take off your suit, is the thing. Go back up. Where's Scientist? Where is whoa. Oh, Scientist is right there. You go back up. The other option is I could just build a second one right there, but then I have to do this. Hold up. Whoa. You go back up. And Scientist, if you're able to, you go back up here. You go back up here. This is just so that they don't breathe out carbon dioxide as they go down. I know that their suit's empty. It's not necessarily good. You go back up. I think this is gonna work. You just both have to get back up. Trust me. Destroy that quickly. Destroy that as well. Might as well. Okay, yeah, you good. You're cheering them on, but don't walk through. Don't walk. Oh, you're still good. You still have the suit on. Yes, this is gonna work. Okay, I shouldn't have get the other dupe to take their suit off, but it's okay. They're both have them on now. Whew. Let's destroy this. Let's first of all give them some cots. Go back to this world. Now we can dig down. I'll build this out of obsidian because that's the local material. Make our way down here. Build a path across like that. I already gave them their digging skills. So this must be maintained as a vacuum. Otherwise, this really hot temperatures of 1800 degrees is going to go into that zone. I don't want any liquids. I don't want any carbon dioxide. I don't want oxygen. No. Vacuum. I'll be back when they get to the bottom of this, assuming nothing goes terribly wrong in the meantime. Just watching water be delivered. I'm hoping that's heading towards this asteroid. It is. It's going to be there in 81 seconds. Excellent. So the dupes have made their way to the bottom here. I want to be very careful about going into any gases. I don't want any gases in here. So I'm going to fill this with material. Now, if I fill that with obsidian, I'm just realizing that the obsidian is going to go into this base. I'll dig out some of this rock first. I'll use that to go in here because I want to fill this up. Actually, technically, if I've got some stairs there, I may not need to, but let's fill it up just to be safe. The other bit is I'm starting to construct this so that when that water finally arrives, in fact, maybe it's here already. Yep, it is. So I have the fun task now of finding out where it is amongst all this different containers. While waiting for the dupes to build all this. So I'll do that and tell you which one it is when I get there. So I found me some water. It's this one here. I'm going to say, no, I don't want it emptied. I want it to be swept. Which is what it would actually, technically, I didn't even have to do that because they would have automatically just taken it to the payload anyway. Anyway, I did the fun game of finding where the water was. Make sure that this gets built first because I don't want that to be drained there and then go off into space. So I don't need that much water. So now that I have this mafic rock, I'm going to build that in this area here. And that's going to squeeze the oxygen out until eventually there's nothing. Be able to keep moving over until that's been removed and I'll have a continuous vacuum. Up here, they just need the payload and I'll have some water soon enough that I can dump down in the stairway area, creating a landlock, or an airlock rather. And all this hot temperature can stay up here while I can get my dupes down here to do some cool things. So I've got some resources I want to get from this asteroid. I'll have to create, actually I don't know if I have to obtain one of those critters, and I'll check that status. Gothic rock. But what I want to do is get sleet weed. That's probably the top thing that I came here for. You need power. That's a little annoying. Not the best setup, but I might just use a manual generator. Just realized that the dupe's lavatory is backed up because when they're in space, it doesn't leak out. Now I have to be very, 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 very careful not to leak their polluted water down here because that would cause all kinds of chaos. So where can I let that go? In theory, I should be able to drop it here. That still concerns me. But I don't have much material. I'll make it out of obsidian. Just out of abundance of caution, let's drain it on this side. So dupes are getting a little bit stressed out, and I am kicking myself for not putting reed fiber in the rocket, so I will have that be shipped to the dupes via this process. So it's really nice that I've got this ability now, so that if I want to send them something, I don't have to send a rocket over. Can I just build? Oh yeah, that'll work. Okay, so that's going to allow me to send that material over there. dupes are not happy. Their washroom's functioning now. Okay, is this gonna work? I guess you're gonna go to use the manual generator. Scientist is... Yeah, I know you're stressed. It was a stressful mission. There's no question. I was stressed. So you're going there. Now scientist has to breathe. Yes, I know. Oxygen's important. I'm gonna need a battery. There's just... The battery's gonna hopefully not overheat, but it's in space. It's not looking good. So, built this battery here. It's made out of steel. Hopefully it's going to last long enough. Just until I get the smallest amount of liquid. Zoops are quite stressed. Let's see if scientist steps on the manual generator. No, apparently not. Scientist is thinking about, was thinking about stepping on the manual generator. There they go. That's charging this. This temperature will go up. But I just need this. I'm going to put that as a high priority. Actually, speaking of which, that is water, is it not? Planetary water. Let's sweep that one. Up the priority here. That actually is very convenient, dupes. If one of you would pick that up, put it in there. I can destroy the battery. That's all I need you to do. I know you're stressed out. I know you're in the rocket and you're complaining to each other. Or breathing, which is also kind of important. Let's see what their payload's being picked up. That's gonna be dropped off here. I'm gonna put some more in. Actually, I don't really. You can cancel. That's gonna drop off some liquid. Awesome. That needs to be mopped up. That's a new task. I'm gonna say we can disable that building. We'll destroy that battery. We'll disable that. Just some mopping action, please. That must be soothing the nerves. Okay, that is enough mopping. Good. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. So I've got to figure out this out. I'm going to drop some liquid right here. Make this out of Malthic rock. Really minimize the work that the dupes have to do since they're so stressed out. So I'm gonna have that as liquid. Let's put the liquid in first. Water is made its way down to the smallest amount, but that is completely fine. Let's build the rest of this system in then. So let me see. This means I'll have a vacuum here, 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 and out, which is good. This is exactly what I need. This isn't needed anymore. Dupes are having a really tough time. I can completely understand. We're almost there. So, made it through. That was a long journey, one that I thought I had to do twice. But the dupes are finally on this asteroid, two of them. They have this now airlock in place, and I'm even getting them to dig this open. What this is going to do, first of all, it's going to test this system, make sure I have all this right. So I've got oxygen on this side. The other benefit is now I have a place for the dupes to be able to breathe while they're over here, so that is very helpful. Let's make this out of sandstone. Dig out some more sandstone on the way. I think that's gonna do for this episode. big progress here. Yeah, now that when this dude needs 3, they don't have to go back to the other asteroid. That's really good. They're very stressed out. Probably want to build the changing suits for them here on this side. On the home world, how are we doing? I've got material that I have a shortage of. Okay, I'm gonna have to change that then. Conveyor line, let's make that of. Let's do copper. I am very short on the metal ore. Use that gold amalgam the rest of the way. Alright, so yeah, we gotta get them fiber reed to build a little base where they can reduce their stress a little bit. This system here, I'm continuing to experiment with. There's a tiny bit of steam, that's why I built this. And it doesn't really seem to make a big difference because the steam is really thin now. That is going to interact over here, and maybe what I need to do then. Build this. Well, I'll continue to experiment with that. That's just me not wanting to put that in the steam turbine area. But yeah, I'll experiment with that in the next episode. Next episode, we'll get fiber reed seed over there. I'll expand this space. Maybe we'll start to finally do some decorating and or creating some more rockets. This dupe is finally going to get back home. That's going to be done early in the next episode. But the big thing is I have a way to get the dupes over here. They can breathe in this environment. We can explore this area. I'm going to set up a living area, so we'll have a great hall. Actually, oxygen production is probably the highest on the list, unless you can get access to oxy-light. Maybe that'll be the thing. Anyway, next episode, I'm done for the night. That was a journey. And here we are. I'm on this upside-down asteroid without a teleportation, and I've done it safely so far. We'll see where I get in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I will see you in the next episode, and until then.